Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003, and today we're playing Genshin Impact. We is playing Genshin Impact today. We may start on a couple things in the previous stream, so we're going to be making up for that now. We were unable to do Spiral Abyss, so we are definitely doing that. We need to gather up stuff for Hu Tao to strengthen her some. Of course, that's not going to be any form of easy, because I did Child earlier, and I not only failed to get Dream Solvent, but I got the wrong material. I got the, I needed the Shards of Foul Legacy, but I got the little, the vial-looking one. Whichever one that is? I don't know. So, yeah, we need to do that. And also, I had to cut off the stream because, Genius Invocation wasn't working correctly with the Ascension Challenge, so we're gonna be saving that until last and see if we can do it. That's my switch stuff. I need this. There. What's Twitch trying to tell me? Oh, it's the bubble, my dashboard, so, hi guys. But yeah, here's Hu Tao. I actually almost have her, her weapon at level 90, and I'm very pleased about that. Despite the fact that Hu Tao is literally one of my weakest DPSs. Just in general. Mainly because I invested so much into HP. I wonder if there's any way, like... Okay, so yeah, you're all the way up. Never mind. And of course it'd be risky to remove you. Oh yeah, another thing is that I need to work on getting Zhongli artifacts. What I'll probably do is give do what I did with Farzan and Venti's stuff, and give Zhongli's artifacts to Yunjin. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I think I have an okay goblet. Yeah, I have this one. This one right here. Yeah, that one, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to that one. I know it's, like, better fits HP, but I'm having that one for now. Did I have this ready? No? Oh yeah, hi. I have a retracing Belied. I don't really think I'm gonna use that one for Zhongli. I'm gonna... Especially since this is crit rate and crit damage, I'm just gonna use this. And then there was a flower too. Ah! This one. That one right here. Boom. So, yeah, that. So these three are reserved for Zhongli, so I'm just gonna have Yunjin hold on to them for now. And of course crit rate won't really be that much of an issue because I am giving Zhongli this. So, we'll be fine. The build is almost ready. What I need to do is turn on the audio so I don't go insane. With silence. Put it at 8 because I did switch up my headphones because the red ones that I normally use are starting to die out. Like, it's not able to, like, stay connected. So, that's what's happening. So So I'm using these black ones into the foreseeable future. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I remember now. The gift ball. What shall we do? Let's try and just quickly speedrun this. Yeah, let's just do the L40, or like the lowest version of it, so I can just quickly burn through it. And just see if we can get Dream Solvent from one of these. I literally just need like a couple Dream Solvent, and I'll be perfectly fine. Everything will be okay. And then it'll be doubly fine because I'll be burning up what's these Prima Gems to ensure that everything's taken care of. We'll be fine. So yeah, this is literally just a preparation stream for the next version. Just making sure that my characters are all good and that I have as much taken care of as possible, so that I can focus the next few streams on the Windbloom Festival and all that beautifulness. I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, that actually did a little damage. Nice. Ah. Anyways, there we go. Hey, we got Dream Solvent! Yes! Finally! It's the dream! Alright, that means we'll be able to... yeah, okay, that's actually perfect. That is just what I need. So... what other weeklies have I not done? I don't think I've fought Scaramouche, or have I? I don't recall. Have I? I have not. How many Prima Gems do I have? Aha. I see. I see, says the blind man to the deaf dog. So yeah, let's quickly fight Scaramouche. And then see if we have if we get Dream Solvent, get as many shards of Fall Legacy as we can, and then grind for Hito. And get more talent books. But yeah, in terms of my my old headphones, you guys have probably noticed that I've had it just on the charger eternally. So it's just about time that I just changed it. Also, the things are really big. Let's do... you know what, let's do the L80, because I still need puppet strings for Nahida. So, the more puppet strings we can get, the better. I'm gonna go in without Bennett because I am able to heal without him with this boss fight. So we're good. We'll be fine. I think. I hope. But yeah, we'll beat up Skarmish again. Well, that's not very nice. Gonna just chill back here. There we go. We know how this boss fight works. There we go. Bang. Gonna do that. Ow. Just rely on Nahida some. Haha. Oh no. There we go. We're good. Ow. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just in time. I got that just in time. There we go, phase 2. Let's do this. Let me skip. Thank you. No, you're not. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Well, you died. No, now I've been killed. There is a difference. Aha! There. Oh, my ears. Let's use one of the vegetarian apples to bring Xiao back. And then use these. Just all of them. There. Now we are ready. actually did it. Alright, let's try to absolutely delete this guy. Just fast as we can. And now my ears can stop bleeding. Wow. Okay, good news, we got a puppet string. Bad news, we didn't get any dream solvent. That's an okay artifact. Okay. Now that we did that, okay. Now I can use up the 50. There. And then let's go here. Yeah, let's go here. Turn one of the, yeah, get the Shard of the Foul Legacy. Do the teledomains for Hu Tao a few times. As many times as we're able. And then go, and then I think we'll have enough time to do the TCG. Oh wait, no, we need the alchemy one. I don't really have a lot of brain cells today. Apologies. And then maybe we'll see if... Yeah, we'll probably do some exploration too. Just to like make sure that we get everything. Oh yeah, I need to go to this menu. I need as many of those as I can. I have way too many of these ones. Let's just make a bunch of these. Because I do need like 6 of these ones. So just literally as many as I can make, I'm going to make. Which is the exact number I need. And then, oh I know it's here that we do the... Yeah, I have 2 Shadows of the Warrior, and I need Shard of the Foul Legacy. I also have this. You know, let's use these ones because I have more of them. I can actually handle it. There. It's a little weird because I'm still kind of getting used to this. So my ears definitely feel very weird. But, Music stopped. Oh, there we go. I also feel like I have an unfinished story quest, don't I? Yeah, Alhaitham's story quest. You know what? Let's take a break from all the grinding and try and complete this, because I am a bit behind the ball in terms of it. So yeah, let's take care of this. No, I don't want to. Leave me alone. I don't want to do commissions. No. Don't want it. Anyways. Honestly, I don't know why I've been putting this off. Oh, yeah, I need to turn on auto.
You know, I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
Arana's kind of cute. Oh, I'll have him.
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham to participate in this investigation. As for you two... Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry, our lips are sealed.
Alright, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
Alright, so this seems very interesting. Oh, sorry. I'll go to the tavern. So, yeah, forget all the plans. Let's just get this, this story quest done, see how long it takes.
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure, though I'd rather he just protect himself.
You're the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like you did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No, I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but Does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I got myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Suraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Suraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Suraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Okay, so that's very suspicious. The fact that that one guy, I forgot his name, started to say a name, but then hesitated and then switched to Al-Hytham's full title. Yes, I pronounced it Al-Hytham, not Al-Haytham. I am me, you cannot stop it. I'm kind of starting to think that Al-Hytham might be Siraj. Because Ilyas recognizes Al-Hytham. The other dude almost said a name starting with the letter S, assumedly Siraj. So... I'm just saying that a few of these variables are lining up a little too well to be ignored. Got something you want to say to your Archon?
Didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Oh, Haytham, are you serious about seeing things through? Iman's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Iman has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Yes, we were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation.
Never mind.
So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia. My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilias, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do vaguely remember that there are two things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Okay, so never mind on that. On my initial theory. I will say that was a little weird though. That little slip of the tongue earlier. Very suspicious. Wait, can I teleport anywhere? Or anywhere nearby? Yep. Let's head on up. I wasn't planning on standing for long, see how calm yourself. A lot of people think you're hot, but you need to cool down now. Where is the entrance? Nope. That wasn't it. Okay. academia and then head into the House of Diana from there. I honestly forgot how to navigate because I'm not really in these parts of Samara City a whole lot, so... Next, this is the Sanctuary of Sarasthana. So, how did I get into the academia? How did I do that? Oh, well, I guess this is a way in. Oh gosh. Yep, how's it done? Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess. I guess that worked. Okay, this actually hurts my ears a little less. So I'm just gonna wear them like this. I don't know if this means that they're backwards or whatever, but I'll deal with it. Okay.
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least. Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
I have no objections.
That was just a little bit of exposition, I guess. Alright, let's go find Chandra. Wait, book. Shiruya and Shirin. Anyways. So let's just follow the sparkles. And just leave it at that. And down here. Book Cafe. That's where you are. At least I think. Oh, there we go. Everything is loaded in. At least I think. Oh, there we go. And in we go. Are you kidding me? Oh, you're over here. Okay. Wow, stupid.
Elias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that. It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
So they got
I
lazy.
see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head, it hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind. This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Al-Haytham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's complete!
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Okay, first things first, that collective consciousness thing, 1, is not what I'm after, and 2, it sounds earth-shatteringly creepy. And I try to use that descriptor as little as I can. Because it kind of becomes redundant if everything is earth-shattering, fill in the blank. Yeah, that's just... that is so creepy. But yeah, let's look for Janaki. Whoa. This is fine. Janaki. Wait, no, not the character menu, no. Okay. Oh, through here. So many turns. This is fine. Razan Garden. I think I've been here. Doesn't seem familiar in any case. Hi.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting grand sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait, I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything. What should I do?
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes, please.
All right, then let's return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
Alright, so now we're learning a little more. So Ilias did something in the past that got a lot of people in trouble, including that one really rude chick. Alright. Didn't take any fall damage. Cool. Alright. I just fell through the academia and into the Grand Bazaar. Alright. Let's try that again. Cause that was funny. It looks like I have to be pretty careful when I'm popping through these buildings. Wait for everything to load. There. Now I can actually walk through without falling into the Grand Bazaar again. Still, that's really weird. How's the Dana? I have to sometimes remind myself that it's Dana, not Diana. Despite the fact that I pronounce it like the Latin pronunciation no matter what. So, yeah, search for information related to Ilias.
Let's split up for now. Ilias, you go and deal with that. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilias. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
So, just a bunch of exposition, I guess. Ride the elevator to the House of Dana. Okay. Come on. How long is the... Oh my gosh. Oh, we're heading back up here. Oh, I hate this place. Right there's Dendro Daddy.
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
That's it? That's all. Okay. The Ratawaist Darshan has also had an abundance of weirdness recently. There's a new rumor that a student has the ability to write the Heaven Sent thesis. The circumstances are still under investigation. There are witnesses that say that there is a mysterious shadow wandering around Party's DI. Hold on, I couldn't read all that. Rude. Investigation found nothing suspicious, and the case was. Why did it automatically shut me out of there? Whatever. There are many vacancies for sages, and the number. Oh, right, because it's on auto. I'm stupid. There are many vacancies for sages, and the number of suspicious people spreading various news in Mary City has increased significantly recently. The Core Authority are looking to recruit for surveillance to ensure the city's peace and stability.
Meet downstairs.
Oh, okay. Wait.
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts. Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Sorry, I was distracted by something. Alright, so let's swing on to Gandharva Vale. So, leave House of Dana. We are slowly uncovering things. And hopefully we'll be able to figure out what the heck's going on. Alright, so now from here I can just use a waypoint to save time. Yeah, this is the closest waypoint I can just glide over. Before I go on, I need to bring everyone's attention to these 2 meters over here. The blue one right next to my head is my follow goal. I reach 150 followers, then I will begin playing Deltarune. Starting with Chapter 1 and then moving on to Chapter 2 once that is done. Possibly Chapter 3 if it's released by then. The empty green meter next to it is my subscriber goal. I reach 100 subs and I provide fan service. Yeah. That's basically it. So, if you want to see me play Deltarune, then hit the follow button. If you want to see me play Deltarune and then you want fan service, then subscribe. That happens. Where are we supposed to be going? Over there. Puppies. They're little dudes. Little dudes. Hi, squirrel.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us. Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the Academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the Academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two! Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision, but Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies, but I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first, I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. We've only checked off 1, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out.
First of all, when Ilias's sister mentioned conformity, I had to repress a gag. Ugh. Conformity bad, uniqueness good. For goodness sakes, y'all should know at this point how I feel about concepts like conformity. Ugh. I just want to puke. But yeah, don't conform. No. Don't do that. Conformity is boring. As I said during one Minecraft Bed Wars episode, normality is boring, change is pog. Etch that message into your hearts.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
Secret cavern. I probably should have healed before doing this. Current party is lower than recommended. You hush. I care not. Oh gosh, we get to demo a hive. This should be interesting. You have your theme weapon.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilias, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilias! Where'd he go?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Okay, so that's a little unusual. Ilias just kinda whooped and vanished. Oh gosh. What's going on?
Than enough for me already. I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort, countless all-nighters, and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
Interesting.
Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilias was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias is now returning to the collective. Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
Interesting. So, the hive's already done. So, what now? What is this? Oh, that's it. Here, I guess. Because it doesn't really seem like we can go through here just yet. Ooh, chest. Oh, we are supposed to open that door, so we can grab this. Head back, grab this. There, so I can put one key here, then another key here. I am an idiot. And then burst up, there we go. Whoa. Alright, where else? Just a little more, I can burst. So there. Great. Oh, there it is. Weird. Okay. We're learning a little more about this. My computer's definitely not taking this well, though. But it's fine. So it definitely seems like they want Al-Hytham out of the picture. Oh, another way, right?
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
You could have played hero any time, so why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say this now. I feel like one hidden purpose of Samara's storyline is showing how toxic the scholastic system is. because grades ultimately don't mean anything. They hold no meaning. They're just letters on a piece of paper. And some people put too much stock into that, or like they basically let it rule their lives, and they're basically no longer happy. Another memory? Yep. I'll continue this discussion later.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk! No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain himself!
Alright, so before I continue the discussion with what I was talking about with, like, the scholastic system being super toxic and all that, I looked up the word dolorous, and it means feeling or expressing great sorrow or distress. Yeah, feeling or expressing great sorrow or distress. So, there you guys go. I just gave you a buzzword for your English papers.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here. To throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the Hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You!
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to congregate together.
Every introvert on the
And the
planet
terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. Plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
This is not what I'm fighting for.
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilias, why?
You two are just as arrogant as all Hatham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do. Al-Haytham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Al-Haytham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
Al-Haytham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Hey, Al-Haytham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold him off for as long as we can.
Okay, so time to continue that the little discussion that we had, that I started earlier. Let me just remind myself. School system being super toxic and not good for humanity as a whole. Oh yeah, just how much I hate conformity. First of all, just no with that. with that whole collective consciousness deal. Hate that. All forms of it. And I know that life isn't easy, but it's never been easy. If life was easy, then it wouldn't be any fun. If life was easy, there'd be no point in my rebellion. It would be completely meaningless. So, yeah, I know that... Oh gosh. That life is hard. You can always find a way to fight. You don't need to conform or try to live the lives of others. The only person you can truly be is yourself. Because everyone else is taken. So, stay true to yourselves. And if people don't like it, too bad. It's not their life. It's not their life to live, it's yours. It's always been yours. It will always be your life to live. So, if anyone is listening to me, listen to that at the very least. Live your life. Live your dang life. Do not give a single piece of rotten poo about what others think of you. Because it's not their life, it is yours. It has been, is, and always will be your life. And that, in and of itself, is what I'm trying to teach and achieve with my quote-unquote rebellion. Teaching people that you don't need to conform to be happy. You can be perfectly happy living your life. You don't, well, within reason. You don't really need to do what others tell you to do. You don't need to. As long as it aligns with your morals and it's for the good of humanity, do it. If you're a guy and you want to wear crop tops, do it. You'll probably look fabulous. Ah, shoot. I have to fight this thing. You know what? Person up is Yao. He's the fast boy. Right there. What was I saying? I was being really passionate.
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down in the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
That's more like it. The way I see it, Siraj is like
What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia and stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start! You lied to us too!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, All Hatham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Before we continue, back to the discussion that we were having during all that fight. The way I personally see it, Siraj is like society, trying to get everyone to conform and change how they live to suit well, in this case, his purposes. Siraj wanted a whole bunch of people to think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, live the same lives. And that is everything that I'm against. I mean, for goodness sakes, I'm bisexual and Christian. You cannot get any more contradictory than that. Despite the fact that the LGBTQ and from what I've experienced, Christianity are two of the most loving and inclusive groups there are. But with society and how it's basically had a control over our lives for so long, there are exceptions, and that complicates things to the point where there are social norms and gender norms in place that limit what we can do in terms of moving forward. Yes, I know that there's laws and stuff like that that protect us. That I can understand, but stuff like assigning gender to clothing, of all things? No. No, it's an inanimate object. This cannot think for itself. This shirt is just a shirt. There's no gender attached to it. This ring is a ring. No gender. Now I know in some non-English languages there's genders attached to certain words. That's not really what I'm talking about, because that's linguistics. I'm talking about societal norms. Like, and I know I've leaned on this example a lot, but it's like the main example that I can think of, and it's a gender norm that's crumbling as we speak, and I love it. Crop tops. Initially, crop tops were men's clothing. Towards the turn of the century, in the late 90s, it became a thing for women. And men were then unable to wear them when we literally could have just shared it. Like, women have their crop tops, men have them too. They're basically shirts and jackets with like part of it cut off. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why we have to put so much emphasis on the gender norms and gender roles of things that weren't really meant to have a gender in the first place. And that kind of thing just makes me very uncomfortable when I hear it, because I support the uniqueness of a human life. I feel that we should be able to live our lives and have the freedom of choice. And I know I'm like slowly starting to sound like a broken record, but that's basically what I'm trying to achieve with my whole rebellion thing. I'm trying to achieve a form of society, like, I'm trying to achieve a world where we can be free, but we can be free within our uniqueness. Free to a point where we don't have to conform. Free to a point where we can be ourselves without judgment. Which is, and I'm going to link back to my sexuality again, which is why I'm so openly bi on the internet, because that's basically my flipping the bird to society, saying, hey, this is me, you can't stop me. And why I'm trying to teach people about how wonderful change can be. Because even now, there's still so many people that fear change as a concept. And I know this is gonna sound horrifying, but why fear something that can't be stopped? Like, change is all around us. What's Be Real? Oh. I can't post a Be Real right now, I'm streaming. Like, for example, this is a good change. this is a good form of change. Through advancements in technology, I'm able to talk to so many people all over the world and show people the kind of person that I am and what I stand for and what my interests are. That's a good change. And I feel like we should have more changes like that. And when I heard that homosexual marriages are starting to become a protected right, and I told my cousin, we freaking celebrated. Not like we held a party, but we started like cheering because that was a personal win for us. Because that meant that as a community, the LGBTQ is starting to become more and more accepted. And I know a whole bunch of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, more people are starting to be LGBTQ." That's because we're more comfortable in our own skins than we were in the past. We're comfortable to a point of coming out, which is why it seems like the percentage is increasing. We have always been there. It's just that some of us are really good at hiding it. Sadly, I'm not one of those people. Because my dad knew the entire time. But, yeah. Normality is boring, confirmation is no. Conformity is no. Normality is boring, change is pog, long live the rebellion. Anyways, let's rant, anti-societal norm, rant over. Let's finish this. Let's finish the story quest. We're starting to achieve overtime here.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham, but whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice, but I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
And that's okay.
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Alhaitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry. Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the Academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino. Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
Alright, so I feel like the guy with the blue badge on his head was honestly very wise. And I feel like, yeah. But that's it kind of perfectly encapsulates or summarizes what happens when you let someone else think for you.
In return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Hey, we're not your colleagues!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base!
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
I honestly forgot what I was saying. Whatever. Oh yeah, like what happens when you let someone else think for you? You kind of just lose all sense of individuality. And you're no longer able to form your own opinions and judgments, which kind of defeats the whole point of free will. Like, as human beings, we have, like, as living, breathing entities, for lack of a better word, to encapsulate all of creation, we have this beautiful thing called free will, which basically allows us to make our own choices. Are we going into Alhaitham's house? But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say on that.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're the person from that time in that one place!
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore.
Huh?
Not friends, eh? I'm just kidding.
Dances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering that, are you? 'Cause, whew.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Awkwardness? More like tension.
Are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh, yeah, Paimon's been told that.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you, too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about time. You too should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies!
See ya.
Well, I'm sorry that we weren't really able to do all the stuff that we were planning to do. We did get a little sidetracked, but it's fine. Full screen 4. But in all honesty, I'm glad that we went through that story quest because it kind of just gave me an opportunity to go a little more in depth as to what the heck I stand for. And the fact that I have an extreme... Hold. Sorry about that. I had my mic off and desktop audio on, so I got the weird audio. But as I was saying, I'm glad that we got to do the story quest because it gave me the opportunity to go a little more in depth as to what I stand for and what I desire for the world. And just the fact that I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. And don't let people think your thoughts for you. You have your own brains with your own thoughts, attached to your own eyes. The eyes that you are using to watch this stream, or VOD if you're on YouTube, are your own. The fingers that you're using to type up a comment or hit like or whatever buttons on your screen you press are your own. The thoughts that you think are your own. No one else's. And no matter if you follow me on Twitch or subscribe to me on YouTube, y'all are rebels in your own right. Y'all are already rebels. To me, at the very least. And if you are honest with yourself and you've come to realizations that are your own, and not the realizations or thoughts of your parents or society as a whole, I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. And also, my brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ, I'm proud of you as well. No matter if you're out or questioning, I'm proud of you. Because you are accepting thoughts and a lifestyle that is all uniquely your own. And I'm proud of you for that. Anyways, before I start tearing up from how sentimental I'm getting, if you guys enjoyed the stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely, lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live, as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transfer it on over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you have not done so already. A small reminder that those who have Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1 month subscription. So if you have not used that with another streamer, I encourage you to use it here. And as always, and say it with me now, long live the rebellion.